But the reason I've won is because of the past 10, 15 failures.
Good point.
Right. And so you have to take that first step, period. You have to just take a step in the right direction. You're going to fall flat on your face, and that's okay. I don't know anybody in my entire life that is successful that has never failed or have never had a big loss. You have to lose. Right. And that's the only way you're going to get better. So in terms of innovation, it's a struggle. You don't want to do it. It's uncomfortable. But if you stay stagnant, if nothing changes, nothing changes. So you have to change something. You have to adapt and move and test.
Welcome to the Strategy with Jason podcast. Tune in for everything you need to know to stay in the know regarding the automotive industry. Here's your host, Jason Harris.
I think people think of any one of those three pieces of technology, and I think they think of like McDonald's. And they're like, we're going to get rid of all the people at the counter, because we're going to put these kiosks and this technology is going to just do the whole thing for them. Well, you know what? Maybe for a 99-cent burger, that might be the case, right? But this isn't a 99-cent burger. This is a $30, $40, $50, $60, $70,000 purchase. It's probably the second largest purchase that majority of anybody out there will ever make, right? And there has to be a human element to it. When we think of automation or machine learning or AI, it is literally just to enhance the human's efforts. All right. And I think if anything, like I look at it like this is me putting my dealer principal hat on, right? And I get the vision, man, because I think we're so in line on this, right? Is me putting my dealer principal hat on is like I see, when we are busy, I think about like a Saturday, everyone's running around, going crazy and stuff like that, right? If there's a way I can either automate or I can create, I can create time back, I can carve more time back through automating some of those processes, then I'm 100% down for it, right? Because I'm going to give time back to them where they can actually execute and bring a better experience. But I think for a lot of dealerships out there, there's fear in that. There's fear in innovation, and which is perfect because that's kind of our next topic, right? Like there's this sense of like, let me just kind of keep doing what I'm doing, all right? Because that's comfortable. I'm comfortable. Like innovation is not a comfortable place to be, but I'd love to kind of get your thoughts on that.
Well, I mean, think about it this way. We have growing pains when we grow up, right? Your bones hurt. You're sore, especially when you're going through, the puberty stage and you're kind of you're becoming who you're supposed to be physically. It hurts. It doesn't feel good. It's painful. Or if you go and go to the gym, which, I need to do a lot more, but if you go to the gym, it hurts to work out. It's not, there's some people that are, albeit probably a little crazy that love going to the gym. I'm not one of those guys, but your muscles hurt, you feel the burn. It's a change that happens. You can't have the change without the struggle at all.
You can't have the change without the struggle.
Yeah.
I like that. I think that might be the topic of this podcast, by the way. Doesn't that sound good? You can't have the change without the struggle. But you're right, though. But I think a lot of times when people think of innovation, I think one reason it's scary is because they don't know where to start. So let's kind of start with that.
You have to just start.
You just have to hit the button and go.
You have to look because I have failed way more than I've ever won.
Oh, yes.
But the reason I've won is because of the past 10, 15 failures.
Good point.
Right. And so you have to take that first step, period. You have to just take a step in the right direction. You're going to fall flat on your face, and that's okay. I don't know anybody in my entire life that is successful that has never failed or have never had a big loss. You have to lose. Right. And that's the only way you're going to get better. So in terms of innovation, it's a struggle. You don't want to do it. It's uncomfortable. But if you stay stagnant, if nothing changes, nothing changes. So you have to change something. You have to adapt and move and test, A/B test stuff like even internally in a dealership. If you have a sales process, right? If you have your internet follow-up process, whatever, change it.
Yes.
Like if you've had it for 10 years, change it. What's the worst that's going to happen? You're going to start losing a couple sales. Okay, great. Guess what? You can change it back.
Thanks for tuning in to the Strategy with Jason podcast with your host, Jason Harris. Don't want to miss new content? Be sure to check out the full podcast library at strategywithjason.com to stay in the know. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Happy podcasting.